So hey YouTube, it's Alicia. I was thinking of what type of video I could do, and I came across the happily married YouTube tag. So I thought, since I've been married for about almost 4 months, why not? Okay, so I'm gonna get right to it. The first question is, did you date much before you met your wife? No, I really didn't. Kelcie was the first girl that I dated, which would make her the only girl that I've dated. Before her, it had been almost 2 years since I had dated somebody. Number 2, did online dating exist and would you have used it? Obviously it existed. I'm not that old. I really would have never used online dating. Stuff like that kind of scares me. You know, you see like different stories. However, I met Kelcie on Kik, which is a messaging app, so it kinda technically happened through like online dating, since we weren't like face to face or anything like that, but it came at random, so I wasn't looking for a relationship, but it happened. Question number 3, where do you think is a great place to meet a girl? So I don't really know how to answer this. My thing is like, I think you can meet the love of your life anywhere, so telling you a specific place isn't really gonna matter because it's one of those things that's just going to happen. Number 4, what qualities would you tell single ladies to look for? You know, just your basic qualities, no matter if you're with a man or a woman. You want somebody who's trustworthy, going to be committed to you, loyal, but somebody also who at the end of the day is going to be like a best friend to you, and somebody who brings out the best in you. Question number 5, what dating advice would you give to your daughter? It really comes down to just be yourself and don't settle for anything less than you deserve. That's something that I've told some of my friends. It's something that I've told my own mother. We accept the love that we think we deserve, and a lot of the times what you think you deserve is a lot less than what you actually do deserve. The one thing I would tell my daughter is to love with all her heart, and don't be afraid of getting heartbroken, because you're never gonna find that happily ever after love if you're not willing to be fully open to finding that type of love. 6, how did you meet your wife and how old were you? So I kind of touched on this earlier. I met my wife on Kik, a messaging app, through a random stranger. I've said it before on I believe on my girlfriend tag video. So anyways, next question. Did you play hard to get? Kelcie? What? Did I play hard to get? Yeah. Okay, well, there's your answer. Kelcie says I did play hard to get. I don't see it as playing it hard to get. I like to make sure the person actually likes me, and I'm not gonna be make it easy for someone, like be like, oh, they like me, and then just start dating them. They gotta show me through time that they actually are interested in me, I guess you could say. Next question, did you know she was the one right away? Did she know? I didn't know right away that she was the one because I didn't know her face to face. Kind of in the back of our minds, we were like, are they really the person that they say they are? I mean, obviously we Skyped and everything, but you never know, like face to face things might have been different. We might have not had that chemistry or anything. So did I know right away? No, but the minute I landed in Oklahoma and I met her, I would say yes, I did know, and if I didn't know, I had a really strong inkling that she was the one. Kelcie? What? Did you know I was the one? Okay, so coming straight from Kelcie, she said that at first she didn't know, but as soon as she saw me in the airport, she thought to herself, I'm gonna wife her up. So anyways, next question. What qualities did your wife love about you when you were first dating? I don't know, she always says that she really liked my personality and that I'm passionate about things. She also liked that I was kind of mysterious, which I don't really see how I was, but that's what she always says. Did you have a timeline for marriage in your mind before you got married? No, like I don't believe in a timeline. I think that everything happens when it's gonna happen. It just felt right to ask Kelcie to marry me. Yes, I did come up with a date just because like I planned this whole thing. I knew I wanted to marry Kelcie, and no matter what anybody said, if it was too early we should wait, I wasn't gonna wait. The time was right for me, and I thought it was right for us, so I went ahead and did it. It doesn't really matter. If you know you want to marry someone, it shouldn't matter when you actually get married. Next question, did you have to nudge your wife toward marriage, or did it happen on its own? No, I obviously did not have to nudge Kelcie towards marriage. I remember in Oklahoma, we talked about it briefly before going to bed a couple times. Getting her thoughts on it and knowing my thoughts on it, I went ahead and proposed to her, and everything went well. I think due to the sacrifices that we both made, that we both kind of knew that eventually we were going to get married. It was just a matter of when we actually were going to do it. How did your parents influence the kind of marriage you wanted? So this question's kind of hard for me. My dad ended up asking my mom for a divorce about 5 months before I started talking to Kelcie. Going into the relationship with Kelcie, I was always very careful. I was kind of scared to open up at first. That's why it might have seemed like I was playing hard to get. And I realized that this was only happening because I was basing my relationship off of my parents' relationship. Basically, one thing that I learned through all of it is my relationship with Kelcie is our relationship. Nothing that happened in my parents' relationship is going to affect how Kelcie and I live and how our relationship goes. Next question, what did you love most about your wedding? That it was simple. We're two very simple people. We're not over the top. Our wedding was very simple. And I also love just having the people who I know who are going to be there for the rest of our lives. I wouldn't change anything about it. Next question. What elements of your wedding didn't matter as much as you thought they would? Basically, what didn't really matter was all the little details. You know, at the end of the day, people came to our wedding and to our reception to celebrate the love that Kelcie and I have for one another, and to celebrate the rest of our lives together. Those little details nobody really pays attention to. They're not going to be the things that people talk about in 20 years. They're going to talk about the memories that they made at the wedding. 15, is the first year of marriage really the hardest? So obviously it hasn't been a full year. It's only been about 4 months. And for me, I never really believed in that the first year is the hardest year of the marriage. I would think later on in life, when people say things get boring, that it would be hard. But no, these first 4 months have not been the hardest. I think that kind of has a lot to do with Kelcie and I already knowing each other so much. We didn't really have much compromising to do without those stages, and the difficult part was basically when we first moved in with each other in Oklahoma. 16, what advice would you give newlywed couples? Basically, I would just tell them to make sure that they're still doing the things that they did with their significant other before they got married. Nothing should change. If anything does change, you should love them more with each day. Really just listen to each other and communicate. Those both should be two givens if you are in a relationship and if you are married. But really, that's all I have to say. So yeah, that's that. Thank you for tuning in to this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to stay up to date on my life and other things that are happening, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Other than that, I hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye, guys.